Hello wonderful people, today I'm in Donholm. Watu wangu wa Islando, how you doing? I'm visiting a Boerboel breeder who has been breeding dogs since the COVID pandemic started, and I hope to learn more about Boerboel since he already deals with specifically the Boerboels. I know we've met the Boerboels before, so it's not a new breed to me, but today we get to get that in-depth info on the Boerboels. So as usual, this is Kenya Dog TV, the best documentary channel for all dog lovers.
You're welcome to Mufasa's Boerboel Kennel, and we can walk and show you my Boerboels.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. So here we have Zeus. Zeus, come here, boy. Come here. Zeus is 1 year 7 months.
And he's so huge.
Yeah, very huge.
Wow.
Very huge. Zeus, here boy. Here boy.
Is he friendly?
He's friendly, but right now he's not been taking a walk for a while because I was traveling. But you can always patch him via the cage now. And I just bought another one yesterday. Imported from South Africa. He's Queen. Come mama. Sit, Zeus, sit. Sit, Zeus. Good boy. Zeus, sit down.
Introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us the name of your kennel.
My name is Mustafa Mwinyi, and I am a Boerboel breeder, and my kennel's name is Mufasa Security Boerboel.
How long has the kennel been in existence?
I can say since COVID started.
That is in 2020.
Is it 2020?
In Kenya, it started in 2019.
2019, yeah, 2019.
Kenya, it was in
2019.
Yeah. So, for someone who's out there,
Yeah.
and they want to own a Boer, what advice would you give?
First of all, like I said, a Boerboel is a dog that you need to know, you need to want it and know of its wants. You understand? Like, you can't just wake up in the morning and say I want a Boerboel, because you know a Boerboel comes with a lot of things with it. Like a Boerboel comes with its feeding, a Boerboel comes with its grooming, a Boerboel comes with its training, because if you can't train a Boerboel, then it's as good as having like a lion inside a house. And you know, it's for dog, any dog I can say, it's good that you have a dog that you'll be able to manage it.
How has COVID affected your business?
COVID has affected the business in many ways. First of all, in expanding the business, I as a breeder, because I had plans, and since COVID came, of course it affected the financial part of expanding things, and also managing some of the products that I normally import from outside country because of the requirements and restrictions. That's one of it. Then we have COVID affecting the business in buying puppies. Nowadays we can say that puppies used to be on demand, but nowadays people think about buying puppies and it's it's almost like an option.
The other things for people are being sick.
Yeah,
People are buying food.
people need to think about how they run their homes, not buy puppies. So sometimes you can find that we sell puppies at very cheap prices so that they can also get what they want, and we can also get something small. Yeah.
Okay. So how old is Zeus?
Zeus is 1 year. 1 year 7 months.
1 year 7 months.
Yeah, 1 year 7 months.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big dog.
It is.
And why you specialize with boars? Why the boars?
Because it's a big dog. Like I am. I'm a big person.
He's a big person.
Then I always used to love Boerboel since I was young. I used to see them in TVs and you're like, I want a big dog. So when you come and stay with them, that's when you get to know that it's not just alike when you see them on TV. You normally fall in love with them when you stay with them. So actually I'm so in love with these dogs that I only breed Boerboels and I wouldn't want to breed any other dog.
So if somebody is not familiar with the boars, what are the characteristics of the boars?
Too much energy, like you can see. Zeus, easy, sit, Zeus, sit, stay. They're hard to train, but when you stay with them for a long time and you keep on training them, they happen to like the commands, and also they like to please the owner. So if they do something that pleases you and they enjoy it, then they're so easy to maintain and stay around with them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're commandable, I can say. Yeah.
So let's talk about specifically about Zeus.
Yeah.
What is his origin?
Zeus from South Africa, and I've stayed with Zeus for, I can say I got Zeus at 7 months. 7 months. So I've stayed with it for 1 year now, and I can say that I don't regret getting him because he's just a pure Boerboel dog. Unlike nowadays, you can get Boerboels that are not pure. Maybe you can get a Boerboel which is mixed with this local dogs, of which, for the love of dogs, the local dogs are also dogs. But when you want something legit, you need to get money to get something legit. Yeah.
So he's a pure, he's just pure. You can trace him.
Yeah.
So one thing I understand is that dogs over the centuries have been bred to perform specific tasks.
Yes.
So with Zeus, were you able to trace what his breeding was for?
His breeding was basically for farming, and his temperament is very okay, and he's also friendly. It's just that he's senior now, so he has a lot of energy because I travel, so I was not taking him for walks for a week or so now. So the energy he has right now is too much energy, and you know, for Boerboels, that's why they say you can't keep a Boerboel inside an apartment because they need to move.
They need to move. They need to exercise.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So Zeus is male. Do you offer stud services?
Yes, I do. I've just started offering the stud services. Before I didn't, because nowadays most of the breeders they get dogs which you can't trace their ancestrals and even the immunization and all that. It's not up to date. So I can't breed my dog with maybe a dog which has not been immunized or anything. You understand?
So you have to make sure the other person bringing your dog,
Yes.
the dog has proper paperwork.
Yes,
on.
yes, yes, yes. 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 Because you know, funny thing is that the dogs normally even get STIs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it down.
Bado.
Have you?
Zeus. Easy, Zeus.
So can I pet him?
Yeah, pet him. Easy.
Hi, Zeus.
Good boy. Ah, usijali. Pole pole tu. Pet. Good boy, Zeus. Good boy. Good boy. Ampatie time. Ampatie time sasa. Relax.
Yeah. He's like crawling.
Yeah. Hata, by that's not crawling. Because when I shake him like this, I cover his nose. You see?
Oh. So, you've never kept any other breed?
No, my first dog was a German Shepherd, but later on, because that's what I could afford at that time, later on I was like, let me stick to my dreams and my vision, of course.
So you started the German Shepherd, but you kept the vision.
Yeah.
And that's something very important, because I always keep telling people, whatever it is that you want, you have to start where you at.
Yes.
You don't have to say like, I have to wait until I don't know when. You start small. So you started with the German Shepherd.
Exactly.
And then, did you breed the German Shepherds?
I actually did start for the German Shepherd once, and we got 12 puppies, and they were sold, all of them.
All of them?
Yeah. The thing is, you know, if you want to dog breed, you have to be specific on the breed that you're ready for. So before you start dog breeding, you should do this first. You should research. Zeus, sit. Sit, Zeus. Zeus. Chilling. Sit. Good boy. You should first research. You get to know the dog that you want. Before researching, you should know the dog that you want. If it's a Rottweiler, you research for Rottweilers. Then make sure that what you want and what the research has given you, they're at par. Because there's no need of you wanting to breed a Rottweiler and you cannot keep up with the demand of the Rottweiler. Like for example, the training, the grooming, the space, of course, and also the kids. You have to know that if it gets kids, and you know, studs. Sometimes people do stud not because it's business, but you also need to get your dog to relieve the energy it has. You understand?
Yeah. Okay, good point. So first get to know what you want.
Yes.
First get to know what you want.
First, know what you want.
Know what you want.
Then
research. Okay.
Then get to know if it's what you really want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Those are good points. I hope you have taken them.
Yeah.
So you have a small puppy that you
Imported yesterday.
Yes. You imported yesterday. Tell us about her.
The puppy imported yesterday from South Africa. A cousin of mine who also deals with Boerboels. I'll give you the link on Instagram. You can also order from him
Yes.
if you want.
Definitely check. We will even go film.
No problem, no problem. It will be good. So he's the one who brought it to me. The mother was appraised in South Africa, and it won actually the appraisal in South Africa, not anywhere else. South Africa, where we say we have a large variety of Boerboels. You know, South Africa, where everyone knows that
Yeah,
they're big Boerboels.
the South African boars are
massive. You know. So I got the mother was appraised there. The father, his name is Voice of Lucifer. I don't know why he called the father that, but it's also a very big dog. So,
yeah, I've seen her. She's pretty. She's cool. Still adapting to the
new environment.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me ask you. You're in a gated community.
Yes.
What happens with the noise? barking, running a kennel and such?
The thing is, for my dogs, I normally train them to only bark when there's something.
Oh.
So if you hear my dog barking, either the neighbor is doing something kind of not making sense to them, or there's a cat, or
And you're keeping a cat?
and I am keeping a cat. But funny thing, it's already used to the cat. That's the funny thing. My cat knows that this time the dogs are inside, so I can walk around. Then when the dogs are outside, and that's during the night, my cat is always inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So since Zeus was comes from a line of farm dogs,
Yes.
how does it can you train it for security?
Yes, you can. But you know, there is that drive that a dog always has. There's a dog with that drive of hunting. There's a dog of farming, like yani protecting. The farm is always protecting, and security is basically protection. So you just have to. It will be easier to train Zeus as a protection dog. Very easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is this puppy?
This puppy is 1 month and 2 weeks. So actually, we've just finished vaccinating it with everything, and it's already docked. So it's just waiting to go to its new
That's
owner.
something new. I said I'm on this journey to learn.
Yeah.
I do not know about docking. So what is docking?
Docking is the amputating of the tail. It normally happens with a lot of dogs, apart from German Shepherds.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did what? But you're still cute.
Yeah.
So what's the importance of docking?
Docking actually helps the dog because a tail is always a sensitive part of any animal, especially animals with no, like, they don't have, like maybe a horse. Horse, the tail is not as sensitive as a cat or a dog, or maybe even a cheetah or a lion or something, because it has a sensation that normally at times, if you keep a dog for security purposes, if anyone wants to maybe confuse it, you first start with the tail.
Oh.
You can just hit the tail, and you know the dog will just be on scares. It will, even if it's a fierce dog, it normally gets to just have fear first of all, because it's very painful. The tail is very painful for a dog. So if you're keeping a Boerboel for security purposes, we normally amputate it because it keeps it alert. So before someone thinks about touching the tail, he'll start first thinking about facing it, of which facing a Boerboel is something hard. So actually I can just say the tail, maybe it's for maybe alertness, so that someone doesn't confuse the Boerboel by just holding, or maybe the Boerboel might not be as fierce, then a kid touches the tail and it bites the kid, you know. So it's good to just get rid of parts that can cause problems.
Okay. So I heard you mentioned you sold her.
Yeah, actually the customer I sold it to, he's coming. So maybe you'll get to meet him.
Okay.
And it will be a pleasure also for me to hear what he has to say about the dog that sold. Yes.
So when the buyer is buying, they already...
Yeah, it's maybe if they want to maybe inject it with maybe appetite injection, maybe, or maybe deworming it.
You give dogs appetite injections?
Yeah. And the difference between the appetite injections, they're normally veterinary. Nowadays, the thing about veterinaries, nowadays you have Duocali veterinaries all around. And it's very disadvantageous for Duocali veterinaries to deal with a dog. Maybe you have bought a dog for maybe 80,000, you know. Then you get a Duocali veterinary who comes and injects your dog with something, I don't know what substance. Then the dog now develops complications and even goes to an extent it dies. You see, that will be a very big loss.
So when you invest in something like a dog because the price. How much? Let's talk about the price first.
Yes.
How much is this puppy? If I want to buy this puppy.
This puppy is 50,000.
Okay.
This puppy is 50,000. And for me, I can also, with the 50,000, if you need, I can get you a trainer, or I can train your dog for you at a cost, that is, and I can also give you the veterinary who normally deals with all my dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to just go with the dog without having a veterinary or knowing
this customer care. It comes like a customer care package.
Okay, so and if I sell a dog to anyone, you can always be free to call me and ask me about the diet. You can ask me about anything, because I normally develop a relationship with my customers, so that it's not like I've sold it and I forgot about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since her mother, is it a how or he? How do you know?
It's a he. You can see like the little thing here.
But it also has two.
There are two balls.
These ones here.
No. This one is normal. But here, this is what tells you that it's a male, and you can also see the.
Okay. They haven't developed
yet.
yet.
For female, it doesn't have this. It just has the part down here. Yeah.
Okay. So since the mother is not around, what is he feeding on?
There is a puppy milk. We normally feed it.
There is a puppy milk. You buy puppy milk.
Yeah. Because you see, the mother was kind of playful, so playful, and these kids also, they're playful. So playfulness will definitely bring something like aggression in between. So if I'd have left it so much with the mother, it will have brought problems to them, to the puppy.
Which will lead me to my next question.
Yes.
The puppy milk. Are there manufacturers in Kenya who are manufacturing, let's say, puppy milk?
No.
So these are products that
these are products that you have to import. Now that also brings me to the part that if you want to dog breed, it needs you to go far away, as in yani, like when you take a dog, yani, you just need to know it's not an animal, it's something, it's your companion. And you know, a dog has like a very long lifeline. So maybe if you get a dog, you just know that I'll stay with this dog for 25 years. I don't need to get angry with this dog. I need to feed it maybe twice a day. Some feed it twice, some feed it thrice, some feed it once. So once you get a dog, you just need to know that you have a companion for like maybe even 30 years.
You have a companion.
Yeah, so you have to be ready. You have to know that this dog at this stage, because of course you're expecting, this dog will be maybe after maybe 2 months, it will be 5 months. At 5 months, what does the dog need? You know? Okay, it will start teething. What is good for my dog? That's why we normally even get some things like this, like toys, so that when it starts biting, it bites and you know it helps the teething and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, cutie. Time to go.
This one is actually playful.
So
Very
this
playful.
one has not been named because...
Yeah, I prefer not to name them because the owner maybe needs to give it a special name.
Give you a special name.
So that they create that special bond.
Okay.
They're like, this one, I named it this.
So in a couple of months, this puppy will be huge.
It will be like Zeus. It will be like Zeus with the correct feeding, and of course, love is everything. If you give your dog love, then trust me, it will just grow big.
Let us talk about the business side of running a kennel.
Yeah.
So first of all, how long have you been running the kennel as a business?
Yeah. Actually, I'm a pilot by profession, and actually, when I bought a Boerboel, I had it as like I just bought it for the love of Boerboel. Then when COVID kicked in, and problems started, like for example, like problems which everyone I'm sure went through because of COVID, I had to think about something I can do. So that's when I started now the kennel. Now the kennel actually is just for, I thought about just having the kennel for security purposes, like cause Nowadays, there are a lot of security issues that sometimes even trusting human beings is hard. So you rather put your trust on a dog than maybe an askari somewhere who will give you away to the thieves or something. So I was like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I was like, I have a male. Okay, let me look for female. Then I searched for female. Whom was like 6 months that time. Then I also mated the female with my dog, my male dog. Then we got these puppies. Actually, with the whole corona, this was like the time now it gave birth to the puppies. Yeah.
And so over that corona period, have you been able to identify your clients? Who are your clients?
I normally have this in my as like my motto. The things I normally sell, they normally sell themselves because of the quality I have. Because I don't go looking for clients. It's just that someone will come and see the type of dogs I have, the pure breeds I have. Then the person will be like, oh, let me refer you to someone else. So that's how I normally get business. And funny thing, all my customers are referrals. Yeah, but now I'm thinking about doing this like full time, like going 100%.
Going 100% in.
Yes.
That means business has been good so far.
Business has been okay. I can say okay because like I said, COVID brought a lot of issues. Actually, speaking of which, my customer here has just arrived. You can also talk to him and ask him about the dog I'm selling. At least anaweza kuelezea mingi. Lawrence, karibu. Yeah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Karibu.
Thank you.
My name is Linda. What is your name?
I'm Lawrence.
You're Lawrence. And you're buying a boar puppy.
Yes, a male Boerboel.
Male Boerboel.
Black in color.
Black in color. Why a Boerboel?
A friend of mine actually who referred me to him told me that Boerboels are a good breed, especially for security. Because of their size and they are quite aggressive, so they make good guard dogs. That's why I said to try one.
Okay. Have you owned a dog before?
Yes, I own 2 female Alsatians.
No. I hope you have a good experience with it. I think actually it's the one I was bonding with here.
Yes.
Yes, the one.
Is him? Yes. Yes, this is him.
So you're taking home like right now it's how old?
1 month. 2 weeks.
1 month, 2 weeks. Yeah. So it's ready to go home at.
It's ready to go home.
Oh, it's ready to go home.
Yes.
Okay, you're prepared.
Yes.
I've just learned that owning a puppy is like owning a baby.
Of course. In fact, at this age, they're a bit delicate. Vaccinations, you need to be also careful in what to feed them and the likes. Yeah. So they're a bit delicate at this age.
Okay. Have you decided on the name? We are curious about the name.
I'll let my kids name him. I think I'll let them name him.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure they will enjoy him.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Okay.
I can see he's already friendly. So that means it's also child friendly. So
okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you for agreeing to stop there, the show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, for somebody who's taking home a puppy,
Yeah.
and they have kids at home,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to them?
First of all, before getting a trainer, you make sure like your kids they're comfortable with the dog around. Of course, the first time the kids will be I fear it, nini. Then when your kid sees you giving the puppy love, it will, your kid will definitely fall in love with it. So after that, now having a dog, it's good that you also have a dog that is friendly and it can protect you and your kids. So if you want a dog like that, you just don't need to give it that much of cuddling and all that, because when you give it that, it will just be lovey dog.
A house pet.
A house pet, you know. And sometimes you need to have even if it's a house pet, a dog that when it feels like your life is in danger or your kid's life is in danger, it jumps in. You understand? So you also need to get a trainer to be able to share that kind of training of love and protection. So it comes together. Because if you give it too much love, it normally tends to forget protection. And you know, when we say about protection is, it's a dog that it has too much love, and it has also been trained on protection, that when you go and maybe want to hit a kid, even if you turn back and hit it, the dog doesn't want to leave that scene. It wants to protect that kid. And there's that love the dog can give, but for protection, it will just bark as it's running. You understand? So if you get a trainer to combine both two, that will be a dog that can give you love and real protection. Real protection. Yeah, even if you hit it, the dog will be like, no, I'm not leaving. I have to protect this kid and I have to protect you, you know? Yeah.
So, I've noticed that the Boerboel is a dog that grows up rapidly.
Yes.
Like quickly. In a few months,
yes.
It's a dog. It's a big puppy.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's at what age do you say this dog has matured? Now it's no longer a puppy, it's a dog. And also, to maintain that rapid growth, how much do these puppies feed?
There's somewhere I read, a 1-year dog is like a 17-year-old human being. So a 2-year-old dog is 34. That's a mature dog. And people normally tend to maybe start their dogs after 2 years. That's the male. For the female, maybe they can have it at 1 year, 6 months. That's what I prefer. At least it's grown. Now for the feeding, I can say twice a day. It's good for the dog. Now if you're able, and of course you should be able, because
before getting
you
the
chose
dog,
it,
you should be able to take care of it.
Yeah, and it has a massive appetite. That's why it grows so fast. So
in average, how much does it, like
in a day,
in terms of kilograms? How much
kgs food
like
for one dog?
The Boerboels, they eat rice.
Yeah.
And
you can give it broken rice, chicken head, chicken necks, liver, but too much liver is also not nice. Legs, chicken legs, soup sometimes. But for Boerboels, it's good to give them meals that are not boiled, raw meat. It's good to give them raw meat.
Oh.
There's an advantage of giving a Boerboel raw meat and not giving it.
So what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages?
The advantage of giving a Boerboel raw meat is that it will grow up so fast because all the nutrients goes inside the body. For boiled meat, the nutrients, most of the nutrients normally tend to evaporate. Normally goes into the soup, and you know sometimes there are dogs which don't like a lot of liquid stuff apart from just water. So it doesn't give them a lot of nutrients. For the boiled meat, for the deworming part, you can sometimes delay it for the boiled meat. But for the raw one, you have to always deworm it at the right time. Because if you don't, you'll be feeding your dog. You don't see it growing fat. Kumbe ni minyoo.
The worms are
taking in everything.
Part of taking care of dogs is the grooming process.
Yeah.
What is the grooming process of the Boerboels? How often do you have nails to clean?
For the Boerboels, it's normally advised, maybe me for mine, I normally groom their nails maybe once a year because they also need their nails. It's not like human beings, as in we need our nails for show or something. It's a necessity for the dogs to have nails because sometimes they need to chimba, they need to dig and enjoy themselves. They know the nutrients they get by digging and smelling the soil. So I'd rather not groom their nails. But for washing them, I wash them after every 2 weeks because they are not much of outdoor dogs. But if you have an outdoor dog so much, you need to wash them even maybe a week or so. And I normally, at first, I used to, there are some trees I normally, Nima tree, you know Nima tree? There is aloe vera. I used to take the aloe vera gel and what? There's something else I used to take. Then I used to put water. Then I used to blend it. Then I used to wash my dog with that. And trust you me, it works.
Very organic.
It's organic.
For someone out there
Yeah.
who are thinking about breeding dogs,
Yeah.
specifically the Boers,
Yeah.
what advice would you give them?
You have to have the love for the Boerboel first. Love is always the first thing. Be it a male Boerboel dog or a female Boerboel dog, they just need love. Once you have love, then you need to know that this dog needs a big place to even sleep. Because if you put your Boerboel in a small place and closed space where it can't stand and maybe stretch itself, then it will bring some issues, some health issues to the Boerboel, of which the most common issue that the Boerboels normally have is the bone problem. So if it doesn't have that space to stretch its body, like walk around kidogo, then that's a problem. So first of all, it's the space, the place actually, the place where it stays, not even the space around the compound, the place where it stays. Second thing is about the feeds. The Boerboel, you have to feed it twice. Like for mine, I feed them twice, so that they can maintain their bodies. Like their bodies are just to shape. You don't need to have a skinny Boerboel, it's not nice. Because if you have a skinny Boerboel, that shows either one, it's lacking nutrition, or it's not feeding well, or you're not taking care of it. And like you said, when you decide to breed a dog, you just have to know everything about it. So and you also have to be up to date with the injections and vaccinations. You just don't, the first vaccinations for DHP and rabies, some people normally tend to forget about those. They normally just have those, then they forget about other injections. You understand? Like I said, there are these vitamins injection, there are deworming injections. You can choose either to deworm them or to give them tablets. But me, rather use injection because it goes straight to the system, so it finishes all the worms.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and the training also, you need to also train your dog because a Boerboel is a very big dog, very big dog. So if it doesn't have training, then it will be a problem, not to you, but to people around you and people surrounding you. Because if you can't control it, definitely it will bring problems.
You have to train the dogs to get rid of the excessive
obedience. Obedience is key to a Boerboel.
And also obedience.
Obedience. If you can't train your Boerboel for obedience, then you don't have a Boerboel. You have another animal.
Yeah, okay.
Because I normally breed and sell, because that's the business. Because I don't have a lot of space to have all of them. Because if I have many of them, then there's some maybe start service. I'll have to postpone the start service.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you breed and sell.
I breed and sell. When they give birth, I sell them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Today I've spent a wonderful time at Downhome with Mustafa, who's a pilot that has found a passion in breeding Boerboels. Yes, Boerboels. Today we've spent the day with just Boerboels. We've learned so much about Boerboels for breeders and for people who want to own Boerboels. One, you have to have the strength. Very, very important, because these dogs are massive. They are huge, and then you need to have space for them to run around and jump around, for them to be able to utilize their energy. So I hope you have learned as much as I have, and I hope you have a wonderful time until the next time we meet. As usual, I'm your host, Linda Kenyita, and this is Kenya Dog TV, the best documentary channel for all dog lovers.